Hey everyone, I'm Julie Kelly, the CAG Wellness Coach here. Today we're going to be breaking down 3 of the different group fitness class formats that I'm going to be bringing to you guys. The first one is a high intensity interval training boot camp. Next is a strength training boot camp. And then finally a stretching yoga based recovery class. These classes are designed for all fitness levels and you don't need any previous experience. So we're going to get started with a brief introduction of them. So first up, we have our high intensity interval training boot camp. This class is going to be a mix of high intensity intervals, which will get your heart rate up, and then also designed to get your heart rate back down on your recoveries. We'll be using the treadmills, strength equipment, including dumbbells, kettlebells, and your own body weight, and then also our TRX suspension trainers, which will focus on your overall body stabilization and strength. So we'll be moving through some timed blocks and intervals, and then you'll get some built-in recoveries as well, and I'll be here the whole time making sure that you know what you're doing. So while you're on the treadmill, we're going to be running through some different intervals. I'm going to give you some distances and goals that you will have and you'll be working for, running through those intervals, or you can also choose to power walk on an incline as well. Once you achieve your distance, you'll go through your recovery and then you'll start up another one. The cards on the treadmill will tell you exactly what you're meant to be doing, and I'll be coaching you through it the entire time as well. Over here on the floor, we got people moving through some different movements using dumbbells and kettlebells. They're just focusing on their overall strength in these movements and on making sure that they're doing their form properly and correctly so they're getting the best benefit of their workout. They're working in what we call an AMRAP style, so that means as many reps for as many rounds as possible. So they're just going through 10 reps of these exercises, as many rounds as they can get through within the built-in amount of time. And then over here on the TRX, we got people working on their overall body strength and stabilization, using the straps to kind of help them get into the movements a little bit better with proper form. And then we'll also mix in some cardio and some core on this side of the room as well. Next up is our strength boot camp. So again, this class is designed for all fitness levels. You don't need any previous lifting experience to come. It's actually meant to give you an idea of what you can be doing in your own workouts. So this class will be split into two different parts. Half the class will be focusing a little bit more on upper body, half the class will be focusing more on lower body, and then we'll add in a little bit of cardio, a little bit of core to finish it off as we go. So first half of class, focusing again on upper body. We'll go through a few different upper body movements that I will be talking you through. We're going to be working for time here. So you'll do each move for 45 seconds. You'll recover for 15 seconds as I introduce the next move. And I'll be walking around the whole time making sure that you know what you're doing. And then the second half, we'll just switch over to that lower body focus. People will be working through some squats, some deadlifts, lots of lower body moves that you can do every day in your own workouts as well. And once again, I'll be here to make sure that you got proper form on all of those. Last up is our recovery, stretching, and yoga-based class. So this will be designed for 45 minutes of all of the stretching, yoga, and recovery that we can do. So we'll be focusing on calming down the nervous system, providing some stress relief, also just improving overall flexibility and core stabilization. So we'll be adding in a little bit of Pilates, a little bit of yoga, some core movements, and then also finding some good balancing and strengthening poses. So throughout these 45 minutes, you can expect to do a lot of deep stretches, including lots of hip openers, chest openers, and shoulder openers, muscles that are usually typically sore in people, especially if you're sitting down at your desk all day. And then we'll also be working through some flows, adding in a little bit of yoga style, finishing off to round it out with lots of core so you can really focus on that overall stabilization in your core.